The Untouchable Master of Evil Spikor coming into the Masters of the Universe Origins line in Snake Man packaging, which is a little strange if you want to keep the mint on the card, not really representing his original 1980s release. But he is an old original character from the toy line, and he was featured in the cartoon as well. So we'll see how he looks and what he comes with, what functions we've got. A lot of figures on the back I'll have to be skipping because they're not really characters that were in the Filmation cartoon, which is mostly what I'm collecting here. But the artwork on the back has Extendor, which is another character that didn't get featured in the cartoon. What is that rock on there at the bottom? Definitely one I would get. He was featured in the Princess of Power She-Ra cartoon. So we'll keep an eye out for that one. But the Spikor artwork showing his shooting out trident weapon. So we'll just see about that once we get this opened up. We have the Fading Fortress little mini comic. Probably a lot of Snake Man action in it. Spikor straight up just looking like an action figure pose there. Heavy Man-at-Arms, his snake slaying outfit, and the Snake Bro guard also. And maybe a little something here with Skeletor's ship, possibly getting made for Origins. They are going to lean heavy into Filmation, so you never know. A couple strange things with Spikor here. Doesn't look like removable armor. He's just kind of molded with this body piece. So no purple body underneath. But he has this kind of noseless head, even though in the cartoon he kind of had a little nose. But pretty strikingly similar to the cartoon one, aside from maybe these like 3 shape on his chest. It's kind of unique to the action figure. A lot of the colors are the same. We got purple and red, so looking good, in my opinion. The head's a little loose for this. But he's got the standard attire there, black with a red belt, brown boots, so he has a lot of different colors, because the purple, red, black, brown, and the teal, plus yellow eyes. Probably one that could have used a deluxe release, because he won't have his feature with his hand, the trident hand. It used to extend out. So here it is just in the short length. We don't have the feature, so we just have to remove and put the extended one on if we want that look. The long striking trident weapon. I'm not a fan of them missing their features. Kind of would have been nice if maybe it was just some way to swap between these kind of standard posable ones in the featured version, but we don't have that. The other problem will be the trident itself. Originally had like that vac metallicized coating, the very shiny one. This is just silver molded plastic. There's no special coating either piece. So I can't say I'm impressed with the corner cut on that one. This is our one chance getting the Spikor, and you kind of miss one of his key features of the original figure. It is pretty shiny plastic, but nothing quite like you would see on Jitsu's golden hand. Should have been like that, but then silver. So unfortunately, just a substitute with this look. We're already substituting. He doesn't have the feature of striking out the long trident attack either. Probably just a missed ball again with no just purple hand. He's got to have the trident weapon, and in the cartoon he did just have kind of normal hands sometimes and would swap in the weapon. I know this isn't a Filmation version specifically, but just to do a purple molded hand to switch when they already comes with swappable hands probably would have been one to throw in. But your only option is to have this. Especially since his name is Spikor and we have a rounded trident hand, you know? Spikes was kind of his thing, right? Just a lot of misses with this hand kind of part of him. He does have his original shaped weapon from the toy line, and again in a contrasting color to all the ones that he already has, which he already has so many colors going on. But once you have him holding the orange, you just have a lot going on here with him. Looking very standout with his different spiky appearance and head and all the colors. Very weapon heavy since he kind of has the weapon hand and a handheld weapon. Kind of had like a sing-songy voice in the cartoon where he would say every other word in a slightly different tone. Like, what are you, a robot, or what the heck? It definitely just looks like a spiky monster creature. Maybe even aquatic in nature, like an urchin or something. Especially you have the trident, which is usually a traditionally water-based weapon. No real indication of that anywhere, that he had any kind of aquatic connection. But there's probably some basis just in the design. Kind of a cool team to go with Merman, possibly. And a famous driver of the land shark in the cartoon as well. So a figure I might just pose in that just for that kind of reference. only in 3 episodes of the cartoon, one of them driving the land shark. So with so few appearances, it's pretty important, you know, to reference stuff that he did. Don't think he had the specific weapon in the show, but he definitely had the trident hand. Some pretty goofy animation frames from him. He was very, nearing Looney Tunes craziness, some of his reactions and stuff. They were doing a little more with the animation later in the show, I guess. Well, we didn't get to see him too many times, but enough to help solidify the character as a toy that you would want, outside of just looking pretty cool and definitely appearing as an evil villain just from the sight of him. I mean, look at him. He's super mad, he's all spiky, and anybody with purple and red, I will give my nod to excellent design and color choice. So a couple features missing from the original, but he's still gonna represent Spikor as the cartoon character and original 80s toy pretty well amongst all the Origins figures. Chalk up another Evil Forces of Skeletor minion. So I open all my Masters of the Universe Origins stuff here. And a lot of times I'm opening up actual retro figures from the 90s, maybe a little bit of 80s stuff once in a while too. And anything retro themed from all the cartoons, TV shows, and movies I always liked as a kid back then too. So if that sounds like something you're very interested in, you'll probably want to stick around this channel if you like the way I do things. And if you've watched all the way to the end, then you must enjoy it. Spikor agrees. I enjoy spikes.